So, I watched Malignant and it sucked ass. If you don't know, Malignant is a slasher movie about a woman who sees visions of brutal murders and discovers that she is connected to them. It's directed by James Wan, who made movies like Aquaman and Saw, and stars people I've never seen before. I disliked nearly everything about this film. It's not scary and is closer to an action movie than a slasher. It's full of plot holes, has no interesting characters, is filmed on awful sets, and the main actress is wearing a $5 wig the whole movie. The pacing of this movie is probably the thing I hate the most. The first half of this movie is just our lead actress looking sad and concerned and scared as she sees visions of people getting murdered. The first kill in this movie is our main character's abusive husband, and out of all the victims in the movie, he's the one we learn the most about, and he's only on screen for like 5 minutes. Every other victim in the movie is introduced and killed in the same scene, and we have little information revealed about them. This makes the movie have almost no tension because the only people at risk are people we know nothing about and don't care about their well-being. To make things worse, some of these early kills involve things that contradict later information about the killer and the way they work. Oh, also the killer uses a trophy that a victim got for being a doctor to murder people. Coincidentally, this trophy is the blade of a dagger, which is so dumb. Like, imagine being a doctor and they give you a trophy and it's shaped like a fucking dagger blade. After about an hour of watching people we know nothing about get stabbed, there's an exposition dump that leads to a reveal that I won't spoil, but it's incredibly stupid. The killer moves backwards for reasons I can't explain without getting into spoilers. This could be creepy if the movie didn't show the killer doing Assassin's Creed style fights where he kills like 40 fucking people, spinning around and stabbing them and flipping them. Like, contorting yourself to move backwards is really creepy in a possession movie, but if Jason Voorhees was awkwardly limping around trying to run backwards at you, it would look really dumb like it does in this movie and you would not be intimidating. There are also some moments that are oddly slapstick and made me laugh out loud. Like, there's a scene where a killer awkwardly jumps off a fire escape and he lands on a dumpster, bounces off the top, lands on his ass, and then gets up to run away, but like I said, since he's running backwards, it looks like he's like awkwardly moving like he has a stick up his ass. The two other things that made me laugh was the killer throwing like a wooden chair at two cops from 30 feet away and it like awkwardly breaks on them and they fall over. And a scene where the killer makes an obese man's heart explode by giving him a heart attack because he has the ability to manipulate electronics for no reason. So the fat guy, I even said it out loud because I was watching this at home. He goes, "Oh, my pacemaker!" And it made me laugh so hard. So, we have a movie that has no interesting characters, terrible pacing, and a stupid twist. What does this movie have? Well, for one thing, terrible sets. All the locations in this movie feel really unnatural. The walls are slightly too high and the rooms are slightly too big, making all the locations feel artificial. Like, there's a scene that takes place in a bathroom in an apartment, and it's like the biggest fucking bathroom ever. Also, the police station has fog in it, and all the windows in the police station are frosted glass with like orange light coming from outside, leading me to believe that they filmed this in hell. The cinematography in this movie I can only describe as obnoxious. The camera is always moving, even when there's no motivation for it. Every other shot feels like James Wan is trying to show off how cool and talented he is, and I know, like, behind the scenes, if you look up footage, probably has all kinds of complex camera rigs they built for weird specific camera movements, but it's all in service of nothing. It'll be a scene of two people talking, and for some reason the camera is swinging around like Spider-Man for no reason. There's like weird stylistic choices with the cinematography, like top-down dollhouse style sequences where you see the characters run from room to room, and there's also a POV from inside a dryer, which is why. There are also two very weird miscellaneous creative decisions I would like to point out. The first is a remix instrumental of Where Is My Mind by the Pixies that is used randomly in two scenes back to back and never again for the rest of the movie. I have no idea why this happens. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the scene, and it doesn't fit the tone of the movie at all. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the second movie I've seen this year to randomly use part of the song. I think it happened in Candyman. At one point, when the main character is like freaking out that he's turning into a Candyman, I think they play part of Where's My Mind. If not, then it was in Jolt. It's a very weird thing to happen in two unrelated movies. The other weird random choice is there's a scene that takes place in the modern day where our heroine is in a police lockup, and in the lockup with her, taunting her, is randomly a character that's dressed like a 70s disco queen. What? All in all, Malignant is a boring movie with terrible pacing and a worse twist. I would not recommend you see this movie as it is very bad. Anyway, what's your favorite horror movie of 2021? Let me know in the comments below and be sure to like and subscribe for more content.